Hello there. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Ari, and I'm so glad that you decided to roll out your mat and take time for yourself today. Find a comfortable seat on the ground or in a chair, however would be comfortable for you. For reference, I have a blanket folded up, placed underneath my hips. Wherever you end up, make sure your hips are evenly rooted down, pelvis is tilted forward. You have a nice long spine. Find your seat. Rest your hands comfortably on your thighs, and I invite you to close your eyes or find a soft gaze in front of you. Settle into your shape here. Connect with your breathing. Feel the air moving in and out through your nostrils. Allow yourself to arrive on your mat. Deep, expansive inhalations, deep, expansive exhalations. Allow yourself to be present here on your mat. You're welcome to leave your hands where they're at, or you can place them on your belly, connecting with precious babe within, or one hand on your belly, one hand on your heart, whatever would suit you best. Begin to check in here. Notice how your body's feeling, how your heart is feeling. And if you'd like, check in with your babe. Notice your expansive breaths. And if any emotions or thoughts or feelings are arising right now, let's sit with them for a moment. The pregnancy journey is different for everybody. It's okay to have intense feelings. It's perfectly normal. As we move through class today, I ask you to continue to check in with yourself and only do the movements and the poses that feel good to you and your body. If you ever need a break, you're always welcome to come back to this pose that feels comfortable to you, or you could come into a child's pose. This is your practice. You have the freedom to move your body in the way that you want to. I'm here making suggestions for you. Let's take a few more lovely rounds of breath here. When you're ready, release your hands back to your thighs. I invite you to open your eyes, and we'll slowly begin to move the torso around in a circle. Moving as slowly as you'd like. These circles can be as big or as little as you need right now. Notice the hip joints opening up. There's a little bit more movement in the spine. Moving your baby around in a big circle. Gently beginning to awaken the body. When you're ready, we'll switch directions. I invite you to listen to your body. Is it telling you anything? Do you need more or less of anything right now in this moment, during your pregnancy? Simply listen. Let's do one more big wide circle. And we'll come up to center in stillness in your comfortable seat. Let's bring the hands to the back of the head and the neck here, clasping your hands, lifting your elbows up toward the sky. Feel your spine lengthening here. You can tuck your chin slightly towards your chest. This is more of a neutral alignment in your spine. Let's lift the chin up toward the sky, elbows go with. Bring your chin closer to your chest, extending. Lift your chin up toward the sky again. Back down towards your chest, stretching through the cervical spine. Let's go up and down one more time. Moving nice and slowly, being very kind to your body. We'll come back to center, release the hands, and then we'll bring the right hand to the top of the head. Bring the right ear towards your right shoulder, gently stretching into the neck and the shoulder here. You can bring the left arm out. You can move it around, either forward and back or around in circles. Find the movement that feels best to you. And keep breathing. Let's lift that head back up to center. We'll switch sides. And again, find the movement that feels good to you. Stretching into the right neck and shoulder here. We all hold a lot of tension in that space. So let's try to release a little bit of it right now. Let's bring that head back up to center. We'll take a few shoulder rolls. Let's come into stillness here. And next we'll move into our tapas practice. Building heat with our arms, we'll bring our arms up into goddess arms. Palms face up, elbows are a little below the shoulders, as if we're holding up light here in our hands. And if this gets too intense, you're welcome to find a little bit of movement. You can sway from side to side. Keep breathing here and do your best to keep your arms up. If you need to come out of this, you're welcome to take a break. Just try to keep those arms up. We're building strength in our arms, and you're building strength within you. Your pregnancy and this prenatal yoga are wonderful ways to prepare for birthing your baby. And one way to do that is to connect with your breathing and find the strength you contain within you. You are such a strong person, and it is amazing that you are carrying a baby. You're creating life. Check in with your shoulders. Try to relax them a little bit. You're doing so well. Let's take one more deep round of breath here, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Release the arms. And if you'd like, we've been sitting in this position for a while. You're welcome to send your legs straight, shake them out a little bit. And if you'd like, you can switch the cross of your legs. It's up to you. And then next, we'll continue with our tapas practice. We'll bring the arms out into goalpost arms. So about a 90-degree angle. Palms are faced forward. Fingertips are reaching up toward the sky. And we'll move the elbows in and out. So bringing the forearms, the elbows together, and moving them back apart. We'll keep going here. Moving really slowly and noticing how this movement feels in your body. Stay connected to your breathing. Nice tall spine here. We'll do one more in and out. We'll hold with the arms out for 2 rounds of breath. You're doing great. Release the arms, shake them out a little bit, and then we'll do a finger flicks. So as if you dipped your fingers in water and you're flicking water at someone or something. So let's bring the arms straight out in front and flick your fingers, and then we'll move those arms out wide until your arms are out in a T, and then we'll move those arms up and together, and then down. And these flicks and this movement can be as slow as you'd like them to be. And we'll keep moving around in these big wide circles. This movement is great for assisting with circulation, helping prevent carpal tunnel. We'll go out, we'll hold here in a T as we continue flicking, and then we'll take a quick break, shake those arms out, and next we'll switch to grabbing. So as if you're picking up something on the ground, you can pretend you're grabbing a wipe, because when your baby comes, there will be a lot of wipe grabbing and bottom wiping. So let's just practice that. Arms straight ahead, as if you're grabbing something. So we'll make those big wide circles again. So makes you think a little bit. So moving as slowly as possible. Notice the muscles that are working here. If you get tired, you may take a break, or that could also be an indication you should check in with your breathing. Deep, expansive inhalations, deep, expansive exhalations. Let's do one more circle with the arms. We'll meet with our arms out wide in a T again. We'll hold here for a breath. Exhale out your mouth. Release the arms. Shake the arms out. If you'd like, we can do a quick forearm stretch. So put your right arm out in front of you, palm faces away, fingertips up. With your left hand, bring those fingertips closer to your forearm. Stretching as deeply as feels good to you. And then bring the fingertips down and pull those fingers towards your body and closer to your forearm. We'll switch sides, left arm out, pull the fingertips back. Fingertips down and back. And then if you'd like, you can give yourself a nice arm massage. And next we'll meet in hands and knees. So move any props out of the way that you might have. If you're sitting on anything, move that to the side. And let's grab blocks, if you have them, and place them toward the front of your mat just so they're available, because we'll need them in a little bit. So come to hands and knees, stacking your shoulders over your wrists, your hips over your knees. And if you need to move your knees a little wider, make space for your pelvis, your baby. Make sure this is comfortable. And as you exhale, sink your hips back to your heels. Inhale, pull the heart forward, bring your body forward. Keep flowing here, hips move back toward heels, heart pulls forward. Keep flowing at your own pace, nice and slowly to the tune of your own breath. Moving back and forward as we begin to bring a little bit more movement into the body. Let's do one more. Back and forward. And we'll come back to hands and knees. We'll send the right leg back, toes are tucked under, heel is reaching toward the ground, stretching into the calf muscle, the whole back of the right leg here. Feel your palms firmly press into the ground. Find a drishti, a focal point on the ground in front of you, to help you stay focused and balanced as we move here. So we'll lift the right leg up and back. The foot is flexed. Find your balance here. And then let's move the left shin out to the side to make a little kickstand. And we'll come into a modified side plank. So the right foot can come down. You can stack your hips here. The right hand can still be on the ground. If you'd like, you can bring a block over to place your hand on. The hips are stacked. The shoulders will become nice and open to the side of your mat. Right arm reaches up toward the sky. Fingertips reaching up. Nice and broad through the collarbones here. And you can either stay here, or if you'd like, you can lift that right leg up again. Should be as if your right foot is standing on the back wall. And if you'd like to make your pose a little harder, even more, you can look up at your right hand. If you do so, go really slowly. Stay connected with your breath. Find your balance. Bring that right foot down. Right hand comes down, right knee comes down, and you can slowly rock your hips back and forth from side to side. Let's switch to the other side. Left foot goes back, stretching into the calf muscle, the hamstring here. Feel your core firming up to keep you stable and balanced here. Shoulders are strong. Palms press into your mat. When you're ready, let's lift the left leg up. Heel is approximately in line with your hip here. Hips stay level. Let's make a kickstand with the right leg. And you can leave your leg up if you'd like this to be a little bit more balancy as you move, or you can drop that left leg down as you bring your hips to stack, shoulders open to the side of your mat. And then let's lift the left arm up, fingertips reaching toward the sky. Chest is nice and open here. You can lift the left leg up when you're ready. And if you'd like to test your balance, you can always look up at that left hand. But listen to your body. It's okay if you can't do the full shape today. Breathe deeply. Let's drop that left foot. Slowly come out of the pose. Come back to hands and knees and rock your hips back and forth from side to side. Coming back into stillness, we'll bring the right foot forward, and you can step it to the outside of your right hand. There should be plenty of space here between your right foot and your left knee. I don't want you to feel like you're standing on a tightrope. There should be plenty of space here between your legs. So, and the right toes can point out to the side at an angle. And if you'd like, you can grab your blocks and place them at the highest setting or the medium setting or the lowest setting, whatever would feel good to you. We'll take some nice big circles with the hips here. It's called juicy hips. So we're juicing up the hip joints. Go as slowly as you'd like. Go as deep as you'd like. And then let's switch directions of the circles. Noticing how this is feeling in your body. When you're ready, we'll come into stillness here. And then we'll come into a one-legged squat. So your left shin will swivel to the left. And so you're making another little kickstand for yourself. And you can make your hips and your shoulders in line with the front left corner of your mat. So you're at an angle here. And if you have your blocks, grab them. If you don't need them, that's fine. One block is good here. And you'll slowly begin to push your booty back toward that left heel and then lift back up. Moving nice and slowly here, only going down as far as feels good to you. Opening up the pelvic outlet here, strengthening the legs, preparing your body for the birthing process. Deep, expansive inhalations and exhalations. Move at your own pace. We'll do one more. And we'll come back up. We'll come back facing forward. And hands and knees. We'll rock the hips from side to side. And then we'll bring the left foot forward. Foot is to the outside of the left hand. Toes can point out at an angle. Grab your blocks if you'd like them. And slowly move your hips around in a big wide circle. Making sure there's plenty of space here. And if any of these poses don't feel comfortable in your body, remember, you can come out of it. You can back off and make it a smaller movement. You're always welcome to rest and listen to your body. Let's switch directions of those hip circles. Nice big juicy hip circles here. One more big wide circle. And then let's get ready for those one-legged squats. Bring your hands to your block at the upper right corner of your mat. Swivel your right foot in. And when you're ready, sink your hips back toward the right heel and lift back up. And if it would feel better, you're always welcome to tuck those toes. You can play around with it, see what feels good to you. Breathing in and out through your nostrils. Relax your shoulders, relax your jaw. Let's do one more squat here. We'll come back to hands and knees here. You can rock your hips from side to side. And then let's come into stillness in hands and knees. And notice how your body's feeling now. Then you can take the pose of your choice, either child's pose, puppy pose, polar bear pose, or downward facing dog. If you know which pose you want to take, you're welcome to come into it now. I'll quickly run through your options in case you're not familiar. So for child's pose, knees come wide, big toes come to touch, hips sink back to your heels, arms extend long. For polar bear pose, come down to your forearms, let your head rest comfortably. For puppy pose, your arms extend long in front of you and you push your booty back. For downward facing dog, tuck your toes, lift your hips, and push on back. So find your pose, get nice and comfortable. Take a few rounds of breath and check in. Check in with your body. If you'd like, you can check in with your baby. You're looking right at them, so you can say a little hello if you'd like. One more deep round of breath in your pose of choice. Let's come back to meet in hands and knees. And you can grab 2 blocks, both of your blocks, place them at the highest setting at the top of your mat. If you only have 1 block, that works too. So place your hands on your block or blocks and slowly step your feet forward, coming to stand in a forward fold at the top of your mat. Feet are as at least as wide as your hips, maybe a little wider if that would feel good. And then before we come into stillness in a forward fold, you can bend and straighten your legs, find some gentle movement here. Do a little bit of exploration, see what's going to feel good to you right now. When you're ready, come into your forward fold. Hand can stay on your block, or you can bring your hands to wherever would be comfortable for you, whatever is available for you to touch. If you need to bring a slight bend in the knees, we don't want to hyperextend here. Feel your hips reach up toward the sky. Your head hangs heavy. Breathe into your shape. Bring your hands to your hips. We'll slowly lift the torso up, coming to stand in Tadasana. Your hands can stay on your hips, or if you'd like, your arms can extend by your sides, palms face forward. Stand tall in your mountain pose. And I invite you to take a scan of your body from the crown of your head all the way down to your toes. Check in. There's no judgment here. Simply notice. When you're ready, bring your hands to your hips. Slightly bend your knees and tilt your torso forward. And we'll be coming into a crescent lunge, so if you feel you have the balance, you can step your left foot back, or you can grab onto your block, step your left foot back, and you can stay here, or if you'd like, you can rise up, lifting your arms up toward the sky, coming into crescent lunge. Make sure you're not standing on a tightrope here. If either of your feet needs to move out to the side so you have enough space, please do so. Your legs are rooting you down as your torso and arms are lifting you up. Hands come to your hips, and then either step forward or put your hands on your block and step your left foot forward. You can shake your hips from side to side here. Shake out your legs a little. And then we'll switch sides. Right foot steps back. Make sure there's enough space here. Hands come to your hips, and then your torso lifts up. When you're ready, lift your arms up toward the sky. Palms face one another, fingertips lift up. Feel the strength you contain within your legs. Hands come to your hips, and then either step your left foot forward or bring your hands to the block, then step your right foot forward. Hands come to your hips. Slowly lift your torso up, and then we'll shake it out. Shake out your arms, shake out your legs. You can put your arms up, do a little dance. Sometimes it's fun to just be goofy. All right, and right now we'll move this block out of the way. Come to face the long edge of your mat. Feet are wide. Hands come to your hips. Right toes move out, left toes move in, and we'll come into Warrior Two. When you're ready, bend into your right knee. Arms extend long. Fingertips reach forward and back. Gaze is just over those front fingertips. Take a few rounds of breath here, standing into your shape. And then we'll do a Warrior Two flow. We'll extend the right leg, lift the hands up to the sky, and come back down into it. Rising and then coming back into the shape, moving slowly and surely. Keep breathing. You are a strong warrior mama. Next time you're down, stay here and take a few rounds of breath. Hands come to your hips. Extend the right leg, and we'll turn the right toes in and the left toes out. Come into Warrior Two on the other side. When you're ready, bend into your front knee. Check in with your hips and your shoulders. They should be open to the side of your mat. And then extend the arms long. Gaze is just over those front fingertips. You should feel as if there's a tug of war between your front and your back arm, and your back arm is slightly winning. Let's come into that flow. Rise on up. Come back down. Breathing deeply, moving slowly. Breathe into your strength. Breathe into your fierce warrior. Next time you're down, let's stay here. Relax your shoulders, relax your jaw. Hands come to your hips, extend the front leg. Both toes point forward, and then heel toe your feet in, and we'll twist it out. Arms hang freely by your sides. Take a few deep breaths here. When you're ready, we'll come out of that. Grab a block and place it toward the top of your mat. Hands come to hips. Bring your legs wide. Turn your right toes out. And this block might need to be at the highest setting, just to the right of your shin here. So we'll come into triangle pose. So your arms come out wide, fingertips are reaching forward and back, and your left hip is pushing back as your right fingertips are reaching forward. Hand comes down to that block when you can't reach forward anymore. Left hand comes to your hip. If your wrists are hurting you right now, you can always make a fist with your hand and place your knuckles on the block. Make sure your chest is nice and open to the side of your mat. And if you'd like, you can extend your left arm up. Gaze can be up at the left hand or down at the right hand, whatever would suit you best. You can always move the height of your block. Listen to your body. The right big toe is pressing into the mat. Bring your left hand to your hip. Grab onto your block. Bend your right knee and slowly lift on up. Switch the block. Switch your feet. Right toes point in, left toes point out. Place your block. And when you're ready, extend your arms long. Right hip pushes back as left fingertips reach forward. Find your block. Right hand comes to your hip. Shoulders are nice and open here. Lift your right arm up when you're ready and find the gaze that suits you best. Adjust your block if you'd like to, and breathe deeply. Right hand comes to your hip. Look down at your left foot. Grab onto your block, bend your left knee, and rise on up. Heel toe your feet in. You can place your block off to the side, and then bend your knees slightly, and we'll take some hip circles. Moving around in a big wide circle. If you'd like, you can do figure eights here. It's your choice. Figure eights or big wide hip circles. Whatever would feel good to you. Breathing deeply, moving slowly. And notice the beauty of your body. I know that this big change in your body and your life can be hard to accept sometimes. But you contain so much beauty. Let's switch to the direction of either your hip circles or your figure eights. You can play around with it. There are no rules. Move in the way that feels good to you. That is my whole goal in putting these classes together, is to make you feel more comfortable in your body. Let's take a few more rounds of breath. As you move here. And let's stand up and grab one block. Place it at the highest setting at the top of your mat. And we'll come into wave squats. So feet come as wide as your mat. Palms pressed together at your heart. And as you sink your hips down and push your booty back, and then rise on up and bring your palms to touch at the top. Lower down as your hands come down to your heart. Rise on up. Keep moving here at your own pace. Remember to breathe. And if you'd like to connect your breath with the movement, you can inhale as you lower down. Exhale as you rise on up. Keep moving. Keep breathing. Wave squats are one of those poses you can do every day. It's helpful for your breathing, for the strength of your legs, for your pelvic floor. You're toning and opening here. So let's tune into that as you inhale as you lower down, exhale as you rise up. Notice the opening and the contracting as you're moving. Let's do one more. And then we'll lower down again. Hands can come onto the ground or onto your block. Knees come down. And then we'll come to sit down. You can either cross your shins and sit back, or you can sweep your shins to the side and sit on down. However is comfortable for you. And then I'm gonna grab my blanket again, place it underneath my hips while we're sitting here. I advise you to do the same. Posture and pelvic alignment are very important all the time, but especially in pregnancy. Good alignment can help your whole body feel better and less achy. So I'll get off my soapbox. So grab a blanket, a pillow, anything to place underneath your hips. And then we'll come into fire log pose. The left shin is in line with the front of your mat. Right shin stacks on top. And it can feel really nice to place something underneath your top knee. It's very cushy. I highly recommend if you have a pillow or a blanket, place that there. Check in with your sit bones. They should be evenly rooted down. Hands rest where it's comfortable for you. And let's sit here for a moment with a tall spine. Feel your shoulder blades relaxing. You're welcome to stay here, or if you'd like a little bit more, you can slowly bring your chest forward. Hands can come down onto the ground in front of you to support your body. Deep, expansive inhalations, deep, expansive exhalations. Notice how this pose feels in your body. Slowly bring yourself up, and we'll switch the cross of the legs. Right leg goes on bottom, left shin stacks on top. If you have a prop, place it under that left knee, just to make the pose feel more comfortable for you. Sitting here, notice just right now how this side feels compared to the other side. If you'd like, you can join me by folding forward, going as far as feels good to you. And again, notice, how does this side feel compared to the other side? Send your breath to the place in your body that needs it the most right now. When you're ready, slowly bring your torso up. Move that prop out of the way. Or you could place that prop underneath your hips. Make your seat even more comfortable. We'll come into a cross-legged position. Rest your hands on your thighs for now. And we'll take a gentle twist to the right. So inhale to find length in your spine. Exhale, twist to the right. Left hand can come to right knee. Right hand can come behind you. And twist only as far as feels good to you. We never want to be crunching baby. There should always be plenty of space here. Gentle twist. One more deep round of breath here. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, twist to the left. Right hand to left knee, left hand can come behind you and twist as far as feels comfortable to you. It's your body, your pregnancy. Trust yourself to know what's best for you. Connect with your breathing. On your next inhalation, let's come back to center. We'll take a yoga mudra, reaching your arms behind you. You can grab onto your wrists with your hands. You can grab onto your elbows with your hands. If it's available to you, you can press your palms together behind you. Whatever would feel comfortable for you. Feel your shoulder blades draw together and down. Sit bones evenly root into the support beneath you. Crown of the head lifts up to the sky. Taking a moment here to check in with your body. Notice the effects of your yoga practice so far. When you're ready, release your arms and we'll take some time to prepare for our final resting pose, Shavasana. So I will show you a few options here. First, if you are very early in your pregnancy and you still feel comfortable, you're welcome to lie on your back in traditional Shavasana. Two other options I will show you are side lying and Queen's pose. So for side lying, you can grab, that should be adequate, I would think, either 2 or 3 blankets here. I might need to unfold them a little bit though. So place this on the side of your mat. Slowly come to lay down on your side, supporting your body every step of the way down. And then bring your right leg on top of the blankets. Your hip and your knee and your ankle should all be in line here. Mine is a little bit off. Probably need to bulk this up a little bit. Your bottom leg can be straight and your arm can fold to support your head, or you can place a blanket or a pillow underneath your head. Hand can rest on the ground or on your belly. And when you come out of it, come out just as you came into it, slowly with the support of your hands. For Queen's pose, you need 2 blocks and a few blankets, maybe a bolster. One block goes the highest setting, one block goes the lowest setting, a few to several inches away from the other one. And then you can place blankets or bolsters or pillows, whatever you have here. It's really nice and supportive so that you can be in a semi-reclined position and be very supported by your blocks and your blankets. So to get into Queen's pose, scoot your hip right up next to the lowest part. Use your hands to slowly lower you down. And then with your feet, either the soles of your feet can come to touch. Your feet can be placed on the ground with your knees up, or you can extend your legs long. Arms come down, resting by your sides with the palms face up. And check in with your neck. Your neck should be very supported here. So if you have a blanket, you can roll it up. It should be very comfortable. Even if you have more blankets and pillows, you can place those underneath your arms here as well. And then come out of this the same way as you got into it, rolling onto your side and pushing yourself up. So, find your pose, get all of your props together. If you need to grab a sweater or socks to make your position feel more cozy, grab those now. I'm going to. So find your pose, get as comfortable as possible, and I invite you to close your eyes. Notice your breathing. It should be natural and steady. Feel your body begin to soften and release all tension. From your toes all the way up to the crown of your head and back down again to your toes. Allow yourself to relax. Have appreciation for your body, for growing the beautiful baby within you. You are a strong, fierce, and beautiful person. And have gratitude for yourself for taking time to move your body and connect with your inner self. As you lie here, allowing your body to relax and soften further, simply be. Bring your awareness back to your breath, back to your body. Take a deep inhalation through your nose. Exhale out your mouth and let something go. Gently bring movement back into your body in whatever way feels authentic to you. When you're ready, gently push yourself up to a comfortable seat. On your next inhalation, sweep your arms wide, bringing the palms to touch at the top, gathering the light and energy you created in class today, and bring it down to your heart. Sharing this energy with yourself first before you share it with others. I invite you to check in again and notice how your body's feeling. Before we close class today, I'd like us to join together in the sound of Om. If you are not comfortable with this, you're welcome to hum or simply listen. So exhale all the breath out. Inhale for Om. Let's bring the thumbs to touch the forehead as a reminder of kind thoughts. Thumbs touch the mouth as a reminder of kind words. And thumbs touch the heart as a reminder of kind intentions. The light within me honors the light within you and your baby. Namaste.